Hello and welcome to, or welcome back to, the channel of the Nasdaq scalping bot. It's a bot, it's a Python program that is made to do some automated trading on the Nasdaq with the goal to have some passive income. And in the daily report, I tell you guys, what did I change in the code, how did the bot do, and how did we do it on the market. And it's Friday, so we're also going to look how did we do in this entire week. Well, let's get in. And of course, we start as always with the changes in the code. Well, let's grab the code. And it's a part of the daily report. What did I change in the code? Nothing. I did not change anything in the code. But I'm gonna make some minor changes in the code because of two things. And one of those two is that I saw that the closing time for market close it is 21:50, and that should be 22:50. Now that we also in Europe are up to summertime, so I need to shift 1 hour again up there. So I need to change this one in 22, but that's the only change I'm gonna make in the main part. And the other change that I'm gonna make, I do not know for now where I exactly need to make that change, but I'm gonna show you when we go to the next item in this daily report, which be a short one, I guess, and that is the bot. And if we look at the bot for the results for today, now the bot did function as it should be. There were no problems, no errors. The API gave no problems today, so we had a full day of trading without any problems from the API or the bot itself. And if you look at the trading for today and the last couple of hours, you see we had an up, a down, a dip, and another one up, and then it went down again. So it went up and down in the market for the last couple of hours in the 5-minute scale. But what did I see that was not correct? And what I did see was that the balance that is used right here, 473, is not the same balance as there is in the actual trading view of the broker. So I need to take a look at what causes this. Why is this information not passed on in the right way to the screen, to the user interface? That's what I'm gonna look at somewhere tomorrow or Sunday, right before I'm gonna restart the bot. We also have, and that's just what you see right here, we made today a day profit of 60 euro. And that is very nice. Yesterday we had a minus of 5. Today we have a plus of 60. At a certain point we even had a plus of 80. But it goes up and down just like the market. And so we have a day profit of 60 euro today. Then let's take a look at the market itself. And we see that the current balance is 531. And when I'm looking at this, and I want to grab the bot view in the screen again. Is this the bot view? Come on, move down. Move. There it is. It was already good. Okay, if we look at the bot, and I think that I see the problem. You see that we had a day profit of 60, and the balance is 473. 60 plus 473 is 531. It's not correct because It should be 533, but it looks like that there is some kind of a calculation error in the current balance with the day profit, and that is not the actual balance that is used for this. So I need to take a look. I thought that I already solved the problem, and I think, oh, it's only a calculation error, but 60 plus 473 is not 531. I'm missing €2.50 or something. So I will take a look at it later on in this weekend, but that's not a big problem. So gone with the bot, back to the market. So we had a nice day today. And if I'm going to take a look at the 1 hour, then we see we had a significant downtrend in the market, and we're entering a bear market now. We had, I believe we have more as 20% of now let me take the 1 day. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. For the last couple of days, 19,466. Do I have a calculator in my... Let me see if I have something that I can calculate with. Line markers, columns, high, low, baseline. No, I don't think I have a tool in the... No, I don't. But if we're looking at these last 3 days, then it's very clear that the market is in a downtrend, and I believe that we can maybe just not yet take a look at where's the US 500, the S&P. Let's grab the S&P indexes. S&P, the US 500 in a day. Yeah, we are down for 5,643 to 5,000, almost 600 points. Yeah, we are in a bear market right now, and I don't know how did this happen. I really don't know. I wonder what happened in the United States that triggered this bear market today. Well, most of you guys will say it's the president. Of course, it's the president and his tariffs. But also, like I said a couple of weeks and maybe months ago, that we are close to, and let's get back to the US 100. I'm gonna remove this one, that we are on an all-time high right there, and that we cannot always be in an all-time high, and the market will correct itself. We were all the way up, and at a certain point there's always a moment that the market's gonna correct itself. Only in this case, not like this downtrend we see right here that I draw in my chart, but in a more abrupt way, by going 3 days in a row down, down, and down the drain. And I'm not sure if next week we will see a more sideways movement, or that the market is really going down much further. Because we're now from February, all-time high right here, February 21st at 22,000 and something, 22,200. And now in March, April, April, first week of April, we are down to 17,300, which means that the US 500, that the US 100 has made a 5,000 points drop. And that is gigantic in 1 month. And I do not know what it will be for the next week. Let's take a look at the reports for today. And again, the reports tell us we had a lot of, if the mouse reacts, yes, thank you. We had a lot of contracts today, a really lot of contracts today. Closing with the one yesterday. Remember the last video I saw you guys, oh, there was one open yet for €1.15. Well, it closed eventually at a plus of €6.52. I did not expect that, but because the market jumped up and then went down, we had another €6.52 to start with today. And then during the day, you see we had larger pluses, €8.42, and minor pluses, 29 cents, and minor losses, 99 cents, and bigger losses, €4.08. But in general, you see we had more ups than downs. We are more profitable, being more profitable than that we had losses. And I'm gonna look for a large loss, but I believe that the largest loss that I see right now is about €4.5. €4, €4.5, yeah, €4.5. Oh, that's a 6-1. €6, €5 loss. So that were bad decisions, and the rest was all good, which means that we had a profit today of €60, and that is quite nice. But again, let's see how we do next week, because this is the second day in a row that we are working with the new AI configuration. And yesterday we had also a lot of contracts opened, and we had a loss of €5 in total. And today we had a profit of 60. Let's see. As long as I don't need to change anything else in the code, we can see how the bot will do in the next week without any changes in the code, and only see if the AI configuration that we have right now is actually the ones that we are after, and hopefully getting up to a better profit. And not like we had last week, that I say, this could be a lucky hit, and if it's a lucky hit, then it's not calculated, and if it's not calculated, it's not trustworthy. So let's see how we do next week, and I want to know how we did this week. And this week we started with, am I correct? It says yesterday, March 31. So we had let's see, we started with 514. Yeah, we started with 514 this week. We had a very bad Monday with a lot of negative numbers. That's when I make the correction and we say, wow, it was a lucky day in the day before. Well, we had so much profits, 24 and 15. And then the Monday after the weekend, we saw that we actually were lucky and that we had more failures than, more losses than profits. So that is what we did. We started with 500 and let's say 16, no, 28, yeah, 28 of March, 514. We started this week with 514 and we're ending now with 531. So in total this week we made a €16 profit. That is not much, I know, but because we had 2 days in a row that was very bad, 2 days, 1 day, 2 days in a row that were bad, no, 1 day. Oh yeah, why did, yeah, we had a lot of problems with the API this week. That's why we had not much of trades on, not yesterday, but on Wednesday, because there were no trades at all. So I was wondering, what? Yeah, we had no trades because the bot was constantly having troubles with the API, and the bot itself were problems. So we started with a bad Monday, and we corrected it this last 2 days, and we eventually ended up with a €15 profit for an entire week. Sounds good, sounds reasonable. Let's see how we do next week if there are hopefully no other problems with the bot or with the API, and then see if we're gonna get up to the main goal, and the main goal is getting up to 1,000, which means that we have to correct another almost €470 in the next couple of weeks. I don't expect that we make in 1 week, although €60 a day, yeah, €60 a day will be at the end of the week a plus of 300, and then in between the contract size will be larger and larger. So €60 a day could mean by the end of next week that we are already up to €800-900 in the most favorable and productive way we can do. So finger crossed. Let's see that we get next week up, and then maybe, like I said last week, maybe, cautions, probably, hopefully, and all those more nice words about I do not know. Let's hope that we have a configuration in the AI that actually works without the strategy that I already have in the bot. And because I've disabled my own strategy of 3 candles that is disabled this week, solely to check how the AI performs on its own. And if it really does, then we will see for next week. I hope you liked the video. If you did, press like, subscribe, and have a very good weekend. And see you guys next week. Oh, and have a little fun every day.